Yes, welcome everybody to Museum at Night by Emergence 3. It's so good to see you all here. I see some familiar faces, our friends and family, partners, and other relationships we established throughout this half year. I want to kick this evening off by saying how happy and honored we are that we got the chance from Mauritshuis to show our art installations next to some of the most famous artists in the whole world. So thank you, Mauritshuis, for opening up your museum for us tonight. In a minute, you're going to listen to a half-an-hour presentation by Babette, Emma, and Brit. And they were going to tell you more about our vision, our process, and our outcomes. So let's start straight away, and I'll hand the mic to Babette.
Yes, thank you, Rix, for this introduction. And thank you all for being here tonight. We are here at the Mauritshuis, a place where masterpieces are exhibited and preserved for future generations. It seems only fitting that we're here tonight to talk about how technologies are shaping the lives of not only these future generations, but also all of our generations here. I am Babette, and I'm the team manager of Emergence Delft, and I'm going to tell you about our mission, which is we develop art to reflect on complex technologies. This mission is built upon 4 key elements: the urgency, the method, our team, and the outputs, which I will be addressing in this presentation. Let me ask you a question. Who here has had a conversation with a friend about a certain topic and later that day found an advertisement on their phone about that certain topic? Can I get a show of hands? Yes. It's a very, very common experience, right? But also one that raises questions. For example, what happens to my data? Or is my phone listening to me? Or how can these advertisements be so specific to my daily life? Well, these questions highlight something very important, that we use these technologies on a daily basis without fully understanding how they work or what kind of impact they have. Well, at Emergence, we believe we need to address this, and we need to keep asking those questions. And that is why we develop art. Now, don't get me wrong. These technologies are super impressive. They are helping our lives in ways we couldn't have imagined over a decade ago. Take, for example, the TU Delft. They are pioneers in technologies. AI, medtech, quantum computing, and I can name many more. But these technologies, they also raise some big questions, like, what does this mean for me? And what does this mean for all of us? Well, answers to these questions aren't easy to find, and that is okay. What is important is that we stop and think about these questions so that we can open up this discussion with each other and reflect on these technologies. At Emergence, we believe art is key to this process. Now you may wonder, why art? Well, art is a way in how we can bridge the gap between the technical and the human, so that anyone, regardless from any background, can form their own interpretation and join the discussion. Me, as a student from a technical background, I feel responsibility to address these questions. And it's not only me, it's my whole team shares responsibility. Beautiful faces of my team. So art, we develop art because art is storytelling. Now, a story isn't told from one perspective, so we need multiple perspectives. And that is why we have various different backgrounds. We have students from the TU Delft, from architecture to aerospace engineering, a philosophy student, but also art students from the Royal Art Academy in The Hague. Because when we combine these art and tech disciplines, we can create something that none of us could achieve alone. because we believe these questions should be addressed now rather than later. Because, for example, could you imagine a conversation between a philosopher and an electrical engineer? You might see how they think and speak in different ways. But it is exactly within those differences and within those conversations, we can create something truly meaningful. So now that I've talked to you about, oh, wait, this is the Emergence logo. So that is exactly what Emergence means and stands for, that the total is greater than the sum of its components. And now that I've talked to you about the urgency, our method, and our team, you might be wondering, what does this look like in real life? Well, tonight, here at Museum at Night, we will be showcasing two of our works, Coexist and Robo Signans. We, as Emergence 3, we hope that you get new questions to explore and be inspired here tonight. And when you leave, you'll have had new conversations with other people about these topics. Now I would like to invite Emma over to the stage to tell you more about Coexist. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So, yes, my name is Emma, and I'm the project manager of the team that created Coexist, a quantum art installation. Now, I know quantum can sound a bit intimidating, but don't worry. You don't need to know anything about quantum to follow this presentation or enjoy Coexist. So, at the start of our project, we went out on the streets of Delft and Rotterdam, and we asked the question, what do you think when you hear the word quantum? So let's watch a clip of an answer that came back multiple times.
Het eerste waar jullie aan denken bij het woord quantum? Aan een winkel.
Ja.
Eten.
De quantum, hè? Voor de verf, het behang. Maar eigenlijk betekent het wat anders.
Yes, so fun fact, quantum is also the name for a Dutch retail chain. But this is not the quantum we mean. We mean quantum physics. It is the science that explains what happens at the smallest scales of our universe, where you can see atoms. So we started this project because quantum has shaped the world around us. It's powering technologies like smartphone chips and lasers, but it's also shaping our future in a way that affects everyone. Yet many people either don't know what quantum physics is or see it as something too scary, too difficult to even try and understand. And it is our ambition to try and change that narrative. So, I lost my thing. Okay, so why does this matter? And why should you care about it? Well, it matters because quantum doesn't just affect scientists. It affects everyone. And it is all around us. Have you ever wondered why the sky is blue, why objects have colors, or maybe why the sun shines? The answers lies in quantum physics. Technologies like smartphone chips, MRI scanners, lasers, transistors rely on quantum physics. In the future, quantum technologies could help some champagne. In the future, quantum computers could help us solve problems in minutes that would take traditional computers, we know, millions of years. Problems like modeling molecules to discover new medicine. Last December, Google even launched a quantum chip named Willow that could solve a problem in under 5 minutes, which would take the fastest supercomputer we know 10 septillion years. This is a number larger than the age of our universe. But these technologies also come with risks, like it could break the security system that keeps our online data safe. So quantum technologies affect everyone. That's why it's important for everyone, including you, to be part of the conversation. When many people from different backgrounds with diverse ideas and perspectives start talking about quantum technologies, we can help scientists and policymakers to maximize the benefits for all of us. And we can help them manage the risks in a way that protects everyone. But here's a challenge. Quantum often feels intimidating because it challenges our intuition on how we see the world around us. Imagine a car driving through a wall without breaking it, or something existing in two places at the same time. In the quantum world, even teleportation of information is possible. So these ideas can feel abstract and disconnected from real life, making it hard for people to see how quantum relates to them or why it matters. So that's why we created Coexist. We turned the strange and fascinating world of quantum into something you can experience and connect with. We created an easy and inspiring way for anyone to start exploring quantum physics. With Coexist, you don't need a scientific background to be part of the conversation. You just need a little curiosity. So, in our art installation Coexist, we introduce two key concepts of quantum physics. The first one is superposition, which means that a particle can exist in multiple places at the same time. The second quantum concept is the act of measurement, which means that the moment you observe or measure a particle, it will no longer exist in two places at the same time, but it will settle into just one of them. It's like the particle is forced to make a choice the moment you look at it. So to make these concepts easier to grasp and experience, we use white light and filters in our art installation. When you go and explore Coexist, you'll see many of these filters positioned around a white light source. White light is a combination of all the possible colors together. This is like superposition. A particle can exist in many places at the same time. When you look at the white light through one of the filters, you only see one color. This is like the act of measurement. When you observe or measure a particle, you'll only see one color. Okay, so I invite you to go and explore Coexist with an open mind. I can imagine you are feeling a bit confused about these quantum concepts, but don't worry. Just turn that confusion into curiosity and ask questions. Try to be open to the complexities of quantum and let it inspire you, like it inspired us. And perhaps you'll discover something unexpected. Not just about quantum, but about yourself and about the world around you. So now I would like to give the mic to Britt. They will tell you more about robo signans. Thank you.
Goed gedaan.
Thank you, Emma. Good evening, everyone. My name is Britt, and I am the project manager of the platform project who created robo signans. I'd like to start by asking you all to close your eyes and start imagining with me. So please all close your eyes. Before coming to the Mauritshuis, you went to eat in a restaurant. You entered the restaurant, the waiter led you to your table, then took your order, a bit later served your dinner, and then brought you the bill. Now I would all like you to open your eyes again and have a look at the screen behind me. Did your waiter look the same as mine? It's funny to think that for most of you in this room, a robot as your waiter was something you would only see in sci-fi movies or read about in books while growing up. But what was once science fiction has become reality. And as robots move from the industry to our personal space, we can find them everywhere, doing jobs that were once done only by us, humans. Therefore, robots are no longer just tools. They operate autonomously. They fulfill tasks all by themselves, make decisions, and sometimes, like this robotic waiter, interacts with us in a way that feels personal. But as these robots become more and more part of our daily lives, they start influencing our behaviors and sometimes even expectations. So it's important to reflect on this and ask questions like, how do we desire our relationship with robots to develop? How do we make sure this relationship evolves within our beliefs? During this platform project, we tried to explore these questions in collaboration with the artist Mauritshuis. I can't see him here, but I hope you'll see him later upstairs. And we tried to reflect on this, on what this relationship could mean. Usually, robots are created by humans, for humans. They're built to serve our wishes and make our lives easier. We didn't want to focus on what robots could do for us. Instead, we made 3 robots that do not serve anyone or try to mirror mimic humans, unlike that one behind me. Creating robo signans, we try to think and build from a robot's body and mind. While we were building them, we tried to ignore our own wishes and desires. We asked ourselves, what do the robots want? We gave them the tools to find their own place in this world and do their own thing. Eventually, they might even surprise us in how they behave. As most of my fellow Emergence members, I invited my parents here tonight. They're sitting right over there. And just like all the other parents here, mine never thought that their little girl would once join Emergence, make a very cool art installation, and stand here to teach them about robotics. And like every parent knows, eventually kids grow up, and then you have to let them find their own way. With our robots, we did the same. So instead of making tools of our robots, we gave them the tools to draw. Drawing is a fundamental way of communicating ideas, documenting experiences, and expressing emotions. It requires creativity and intention. For our robots, drawing becomes an interaction. They use it to communicate with each other, and so create their own community. Let's explain a bit how it works. The first robot will start by drawing a line. It will take a picture of that drawing and analyze what it created, and then send that information to the second robot. The second robot receives this picture, processes the information, and then creates its own response to that line. The third robot does the same, again adding its own perspective. They continue in this conversation, creating a common understanding. These robots aren't trying to copy each other. They are communicating and collaborating without competing or working towards a goal. They're simply existing and interacting with each other. Now, you and I might wonder, why do these robots exist if they aren't doing anything useful? Well, that question is exactly the point. In our society, we often value efficiency and productivity above all else. Robo Signans asks you to look beyond that. Do things have to be useful to have value? This installation invites you to reflect on our place in this world, not just towards robots, but to everything around us. It imagines an alternative, a world where existence isn't about functionality, but about collaboration. So, as you will observe this installation, I invite you to reflect on these questions. What does it mean to create, to collaborate, For us as makers, one thing has become clear. Our robots, robo signans, do not serve us. Instead, we have found ourselves in service of them. Now I would like to give the mic back to Rix.
Yes, lady. All right, thank you, Babette, Emma, and Brit, for these lovely presentations. I'll ask your attention for a few more minutes because I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, because their contribution to our process and our outputs have been of such a big value that we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. So thank you so much for helping Emergence Delft grow as a dream team. And I also have some logistical information for you. So the first one is that you got a sticker when you came in with a certain time slot on it. And these are meant for everyone to calmly enjoy our art installations. So if it's not your time slot, you can go into the Mauritshuis Museum, or you can grab a drink in the foyer, but mind that you cannot take your drink or your glass upstairs. You can also check out our remade workspace, where we try to recreate our workspace where we've been the past half year. Then you can also buy a memory of this evening in the form of a poster or a booklet that's in the corner over there. And the last thing I want to say is that we kindly ask you to slowly make your way out at 9:30, because there's a second round with guests coming in. So yeah, having said that, I think it's time to call up the whole team on stage. So can my fellow operations join me on stage? Oops, yes. And also the platform team with Jorrit, of course. And the new media team, you can come up as well. Woo! And last but not least, our team manager, Babette, join us up here.
Okay, before we take all of the group pictures, I would like to say something to my whole team. I hope you are all super proud of yourselves, and really, I hope you all get to experience all of their hard work they put into this, because it has been a lot. There's been a lot of, well, everything basically. And yeah, I really hope you get to experience this tonight. And I want to thank you for all of your hard work, because I've been truly amazed every day about all of your capabilities, and it has been amazing. So I want to close off this this presentation and the opening of our museum by the way we end our days. So can I get 3 claps for Emergence 3 and Museum at Night in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. I don't know. Oh.